Well, as we saw in the last time you all met, which I missed because I got the time wrong, um, the Constitution was written over a period of 23 years by hundreds of world citizens working together. Uh, and they were very aware of world problems, global problems, and they were aware, of course, of the failure of the UN to deal with these problems. And that failure was structural, not from their point of view. It was not just, that the UN had bad leaders. It was the UN is not designed, they said, to handle these problems. Uh, so I think the preamble is very important here. And what I might want to do, maybe it would be best if I spoke a little bit about each of the articles and including the preamble, and then let people dialogue about it. Does that sound reasonable? Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So the preamble, and I go into this in the commentary section after the Constitution is finished. I have a commentary on it in this book, and the preamble, I think you may have noticed, is premised on holism. Right. The most famous and often quoted passage is the third from the bottom, the long one, which says, "Conscious that humanity is one, despite the existence of diverse nations, races, creeds, ideologies, and cultures." Excuse me, and that the principle of unity and diversity is the basis for a new age when war shall be outlawed and peace prevail, and when the earth's total resources shall be equitably used for human welfare, and when basic human rights and responsibilities shall be shared by all without discrimination. And so this beautiful idea that all of humanity shares resources equitably, which means eliminating the horror of world poverty, the 1 billion people that now live in extreme poverty in the world, and rights and go with responsibilities. It envisions a world system in which people take their responsibilities seriously. It isn't just demanding rights, but for every right, as I think we all know, there are corresponding responsibilities in the social fabric that we all live within. So the preamble intersperses this vision of holism, which in my many writings, I emphasize this repeatedly, that the paradigm that has arisen out of contemporary science is the holistic paradigm. Einstein, 2005, when he came out with his special theory of relativity, took the Newtonian fragmented worldview and combined space, time, matter, energy, all of it is one holistic reality. And then, of course, quantum physics has moved that even forward and deeper, so that we now see that the entire universe is everything is interdependent with everything else. And of course, the nation states, human beings are not. We're the only thing that is not, that somehow we institutionally, we defy that with our absolute borders and our militarized nations and our repudiation of different races and different religions and so on. So this statement of holism, I think, is very important. And notice that it is in the statement, it is interspersed with declarations of the failure of the old paradigm. So the third paragraph, the second paragraph says, aware of the interdependence of people, nations, and all life. Right? It's a statement of ecology too. All life, as we know, is interdependent. And then it says, aware that man's abuse of science and technology has brought humanity to the brink of disaster through the production of horrendous weaponry of mass destruction and the brink of ecological and social catastrophe. So it goes on some paragraphs talking about the catastrophe of the old paradigm that has brought humanity to the brink of destruction, and then other paragraphs clearly based on the holistic paradigm that that can redeem us, that the whole Constitution is based on in the minds of these thinkers.